What's going on, guys? Minicall here coming at you with another video. First and foremost, please press that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As the title of this video suggests, this is a day 170 update on the account. So just kind of scrolling through here, starting those off the way we normally do. We are at day 170. So unlike my day 160 video that was a few days late, this one is on time. Where we normally start these out, showing off where the TCP currently is, we are looking at 1.6 mil. So the last video was at 1.53. So more or less kind of close to that kind of 100K mark that I normally meet in these videos. I think the reason that it is not a full solid 100K is because, like I said, the 160 video is actually on day 162. So it was a couple days late, which that being said, that makes this, the power increase not as high. But we are at 1.6 mil, so right on track normally with our average of about 100K per 10 days or so. Looking at other things that is going on with the account, we are still in U7.2. We started last Wednesday. Today is Tuesday, actually. So we've been in U7.2 for almost a week now. I'm kind of still in the same spot where I do have to manually fight all of the raid nodes, otherwise my team wipes, and it's kind of terrible. So still working on my symbiotes and kind of getting them a little bit beefier still. The next step on the process, I am still T4ing them kind of as things come along with that T4 infographic on the Discord page. Other things I'm doing, I am leveling them up, so you'll see they're all level 74. Planning to take them to level 75 when Mini hits that. Thinking I'm probably, maybe, hopefully another 10 days away. Hoping on the day 180, so at the 6-month mark, I will be at 75. At which point I'll plan to take the symbiotes up to 75, as well as increasing their gear. Like I've said in previous videos, I originally wasn't planning to take them to G14 so early, but as we do raids every single day, that is kind of my top priority when I'm gearing up my team. So first and foremost, I'm looking to make it so I can auto these raid nodes. Running my 3 accounts, it certainly makes my life a heck of a lot easier if I'm able to just press auto, let the attacks do what they're going to do, versus having to manually play the raids. Certainly definitely a first world problem. I don't mind fighting the raids on Mini. I'm grateful that I don't have to do it on Khaleesi and Dracarys. I only have to start manually fighting the raid nodes once I get to the 3rd boss quadrant. I do need to play a little bit smarter than the AI. So that's just kind of where that is. Later today, I think in about approximately 2.5 to 3 hours, or 2.5 hours at this point of the filming of this video, the Jubilee event will be happening. I am planning to get Jubilee to 6 stars on Khaleesi, on Dracarys 5 stars, and it looks like on Mini I will be just short of unlocking Jubilee from Ghost and Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket, the problem with his node is it's quite late into the Doom campaign, and that is not quite farmable for me yet. The goal for Mini is to have Jubilee unlocked with her 2nd pass, and I think that will make her my first official legendary, so looking forward to that. So I'm looking, I've got easily at least another 3 months until that event comes back. So what I'm planning to do, hopefully at that point I will then be farming Yellow Jacket's node. I should get the last couple of Ghost Shards, and I will also continue to farm Wasp over here, who is kind of lonely at her 3 stars. But so we are working on that. What I'm doing right now with my campaign energy, I am farming Stature. I'm farming her all the way through. Next character I then farm is going to be my Captain Marvel. She is covering my hero nodes. And you'll notice here I only farm 3 of her just to basically get the daily objective completed. Next is Wasp, because she is important to my Dark Dimension 3 and 4 plans. Even though she is the villain character, I am still farming her the full thing through. And then after that, the last character I am farming with my campaign energy is going to be Loki, and that is for my eventual Black Bolt plans. And again, with him, I do all 5. After that, any remaining energy I do have is going totally right now to my faux X-Men team that I've been working on. So I did manage to take Kitty Pryde up to Gear Tier 12 as well as level 65. Currently working on Beast, getting him to level 12, Gear Tier 12. And now I will be working on leveling X23 to 65, and then following getting Beast up, she will also be the next character I'm taking to Gear Tier 12. I am making some modifications to this team, and I am planning to get Iceman on his next pass. I'll get 21 of those shards in his milestone, which will put me to 81, and then I should get at least 25 shards again for the actual rewards, which will put him right at his unlock. And then I'm planning to do the same with Bishop. The eventual plan is to actually take in kind of a faux Astonishing X-Men team and start gearing them up to basically progress me through the first 3 campaign nodes in Doom. They are mutant requirements. So I am currently attempting it, but my first 2 attempts have gone horribly, and my team is just not even making a dent. So there's definitely something I need to rework. Options here are Hero Mutants or Hero Inhumans. Now, the only problem with the Hero Inhumans is that if you don't have Black Bolt, that team really, I feel like, loses a lot of power. So I'm going the mutant route and hoping that'll get me through it. The Astonishing X-Men has a lot of sustain, so I'm hoping that'll be enough to get me through these nodes. It's just kind of an ongoing process. I was able to finish the last 2 nodes rather of the Nexus with that Astonishing / X-Men team. And I managed to 3-star this node, and I was only able to 1-star this node here with Thanos. I do want that node to be farmable, as I eventually will want the Black Order. So I think once I get Iceman and Bishop more built up as well as unlocked, I will probably try to reattempt that node and get it to that 3 stars. But that's what I'm currently doing with my campaign energy. So I am currently working on Beast. Following Beast, I will go over to X23, and she's going to be my substitute for Jubilee. Just because she's a really good character, she's fast, she's got an ability block, she hits pretty hard, and her ultimate is, just a phenomenal move. And then on top of that, when I do get to the point where I can finally start working on war teams, X-Force is still a phenomenal war team that counters Marauders, the Mercenary team, and several other teams. So far right now, it's not a bad team to work on either. I just haven't honestly had the resources to kind of actually just purely work on war teams. One benefit to working my way through these campaigns is I am now starting to grow my roster quite a bit, so that is actually giving me a better opportunity to score higher in the Blitz campaigns, as well as it is, as a kind of a side note, building up some war teams, or at least building up parts of a war team. Other things we're kind of working on, once I do get my symbiotes up to 75, I can then go back and I will assume X23 will be at 65 by then, and once Iceman and Bishop are at 65 also, I can go back to my Pimtech, whatever you want to call them. I can work on getting them to level 75. As you're looking kind of here, a lot of them have the gear to go to Gear Tier 14. It's just a matter of training mats, and I just basically don't have any. So, trying to use them as best as I can. But again, it's a slow process. Once I do get them to Gear Tier 14, I will plan to take them into Dark Dimension 3, as I've mentioned in previous videos. And once I've got them fully set up for Dark Dimension 3, I'll also start working on the next set of nodes, which is going to be Cosmic, and I'll start figuring that out with Mini. I honestly haven't given it too much thought at this point. It's kind of one of those things, I will cross that bridge when I get there. Other things I'm working on for ISO 8, I currently have my symbiotes maxed out. They've been that way for quite some time. I did just finally max out Ant-Man, was my last Pimtech character to max out. I want to say I did that a couple days ago. So what I've been doing now is I am working on my campaign characters, and what I'm doing is, for the most part, I'm taking them to at least ISO 8 level 3. And the reasoning behind that is, when you're looking at the ISO 8 levels, at level 3, you get really a lot of the good benefits. Possibly also taking them to level 4, but I am a little hesitant to offer that as just generic advice, just for the simple fact of if you're not going to be using that character in other game modes, taking them to ISO 8 level 4 does get very resource expensive, whereas up to level 3 isn't nearly as expensive, and they still get a lot of the viability and a lot of the benefits of ISO 8. So there are a few characters that I'm currently working on that are exceptions. Like I said, I'm working on that modified X-Men team, but the bulk of the characters are going to be part of that X-Men team or Astonishing X-Men. I am eventually planning to use them as a raid team in the eventual Doom raids. So with my Astonishing X-Men characters, I am actually taking them to ISO 8 level 5. So Kitty Pryde is who I'm currently working on. She is just one piece of gear away, and just actually a few shards away as well. So I'll get her up to ISO 8 level 5, and then following that, the next character I will be working on will be Beast. The only reason I haven't bumped him up to ISO 8 level 4 quite yet, or actually even 5 at this point, is I don't have the ions. So again, it's just another resource thing. Other things we're currently working on, kind of the same, typical stuff. In the gold store, kind of the same thing. I'm buying gold gear that I do need. Same thing with my purples. If it's a item that's under 100, I'm typically buying it. Mini is still in a great spot as far as gold goes, and I'm, been sitting kind of right around 16 to 18 mil. So I haven't had an issue with that. You'll see here I am hoarding my red star orbs. I am not normally a hoarder, as you guys know, but I am planning to hopefully get some good pulls on Jubilee when she comes out. I think I got fairly decent pulls on Bishop as to what I'll be able to unlock him at, so I kind of stopped there. So I got 4 stars, which is pretty good for Mini. I don't imagine really unlocking him to a very high level, so Jubilee, at least, basically if you're unlocking a legendary, it's guaranteed at 5. So I am hoping to get 5 red stars on Jubilee. In my Blitz store, same thing. I am still opening up these Blitz orbs. And when I do get these credits over here, I'm currently using it for mutant gear, as those are the characters I'm currently working on. Raid store, kind of the same thing. I am farming Thor when I see him, just because I am hoping to get Black Bolt at 6 stars on my first pass through. Already mostly have enough Thor shards for level 5, but I would like to get him to level 6. Other things, I am also buying any orange gear that I do need. And then the same thing with the purples. Any purple gear that I need that is under 100, that is not kind of like one of these unique ones, I am buying. Arena store, same thing. I'm still farming Crystal. Once I get her to the 200 shard mark or the 6-star level, I will switch over to another character. I honestly haven't decided who that character will be yet. Again, that's something I'll kind of decide as I get a little closer. War store, same thing. Right now, I am actually just solely farming Ghost Shards. It's a combination of things. Of number 1, it'll make my Dark Dimension 3 and 4 run a lot easier, and I do want Jubilee. And I'm trying to split my Cull Obsidian and my Ghost Reward Shards kind of even. And I figure I've got another 3 months to get those Ghost Shards, so I might as well buy her in the War Store. Elite Store, same thing. Haven't really seen a character that is worth buying yet at the stars that I have. Eventually, when I get these up to 150, characters like Symbiote Spider-Man, Emma Frost, definitely good buys, even Scream to some extent. And in the Ion store, these are horrible buys. It's a waste of ions. I don't use these. And then in the Ultimate store, I think I only have 1 character at 7 stars, but when I do get Ultimates orbs, I've been opening these for the time being. For Mini, it makes a lot of sense because I don't have a lot of characters maxed out, and you do get a lot of character shards from this. Other things that are kind of going on, looking at my Stark Tech, and I clicked the wrong thing, so let's pop that back over. Looking at the Stark Tech, we are currently at level 51, so steadily rising in that area. I maxed out my bio stuff. Like I said, I want my symbiotes to have the easiest time in 7.2 as possible. And in order to do that, this is one of those things that does give them a boost. Since I am currently working on the mutants for those Doom campaigns, I have been spending my resources, or my Stark Tech rather, on my mutants. This is kind of on the low side, so this is what I'm currently working on in Stark Tech. Once I complete this, I will then move over to Tech and work that up as well, and that is just for Pym Tech, so they have an easier time in Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4. Other things that are going on, I'm trying to think. Arena, kind of sitting in a similar rank. I'm in rank 43. That seems to be kind of, status quo for Mini. I don't seem to drop below or above 100, I guess I should say. Some days I go a little bit lower. I can get up to rank 25, but I don't break into the top 10 or anything like that. So rewards have been good there. Like you'll see, I think I was down to about 2,000 cores last week when I did my last update, and I don't buy cores on Mini. The only thing that Mini buys is the RTA Battle Pass. And I got those rewards over a month ago. So in about a week's time, a week and some change, I've gotten almost another 2,000 cores. So Mini is getting a steady supply of cores, which is always nice, especially being free to play. Other things, I'm trying to think what else is going on. I think that's about it, honestly. In raids, like I said, we're in 7.2. Today was not my day as far as RNG, and sadly I got wiped out on a 7 again. Not too sure what happened there. In the beta raid, again, I kind of have had rotten luck on Mini, and this is our last beta raid, so go ahead and spend any energy you have. But I've been getting really stuck at these skill and tech lanes. Mini's team is absolute trash for Mystic, so I've just been trying to do what I can. I am really looking forward to these Gamma raids. Not necessarily for the Gamma raid, it's probably my least favorite of the Greek raids, but it has been kind of cool that they are constantly updating the Greek raid orbs. And looking at these Gamma orbs here, there are some pretty cool characters that, aren't necessarily easily farmable for Mini. I'm looking primarily at Shatterstar, Thanos, as well as, Captain Marvel, I guess, to some extent. But these other characters I don't really care about so much. But it's really interesting to at least have a raid where at least one of the characters is actually great for all three of my accounts. And both Khaleesi, Dracarys could actually benefit from Shatterstar orbs, or Shatterstar shards, rather. So any drops of that will be good. Hopefully I get some good luck and I get some good drops on that. But, for Mini, pretty much any character shard is going to be good. Other things kind of looking at, the rosters kind of on the sadder side. I did unlock Cull Obsidian with those Dark Dimension 4 rewards from the first completion. And then other characters, like I said, I really haven't worked on anyone. Training mats are at such a premium right now for Mini. I just haven't had the resources to really spread the love out. So basically what I'm doing is, as I'm working on those Doom campaign nodes, those are the only teams that are getting those materials, the ability, or the training materials. So I think that's kind of it as far as a day 170 update. I don't really have anything directly on the horizon for Mini. Like I said, my big goal right now is to attempt the Doom campaign and just kind of progress my way through that. And the main reasoning behind that is I want to get more gear farmable for my symbiotes, so again, I can have an easier time in the raids. On top of that, I do want Yellow Jacket farmable as soon as possible, as well as getting the orange gear that my Pym Tech team needs for Gear Tier 14. I want to get that on farm as early as possible as well. So hopefully y'all are enjoying these update videos. Good luck, everyone, unlocking Jubilee a little later this afternoon. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to this video, join Mini's Khalasar, and look forward to making more Marvel Strike Force content. Typically do videos on the account updates. I do raid playthroughs as well as daily playthroughs, and then any unique events coming to the game. I try to go into a little bit of an explanation on my strategy, both from an endgame player perspective as well as a new game player perspective, just to kind of how to maximize you getting through those events. There will be a little bit of information at the end of this video with basically links to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and any specific comment you'd like to, or content rather, you'd like to see, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're having a good week, and good luck getting Jubilee. Have a good one.